And welcome back to Tucson, Arizona. It's the Simple Green WPH Race for 8 between Tracy Davis and Bidegain. Biddy lives in Southern California. Tracy Davis, an implant from New York, who's come out to Tucson, Arizona for the last couple years to try to improve her four-wall game after dominating the outdoor circuit. Tracy Davis is currently ranked number 5 on the Pro Tour. Bidegain has a higher ranking than Ashley Moeller, and yet she got the 4th seed in this tournament. Referee is going to be John Iglesias for this women's semifinals match. We are going to get the announcement from our referee matter of seconds here. You're watching this live feed courtesy of First Star Sports, where you can up your game and play just like the pros. firststarsports.com/WPH. And also Zions, the official sports drink of the UFC. They have their sports energy drink called Zenergy. You can find that at your favorite retail outlet. Also want to thank Mintech and Tucson Rolling Shutters, plus the tournament namesake Simple Green and the Yes to Kids program. This is the Yes to Kids Foundation fundraiser tournament and Arizona State Championships. Not only do the winners of each one of these brackets win in their respective divisions, but they also get a state championship to boot. Now waiting for John Iglesias to get back up to that server's, or I should say the referee's nest. He's actually getting another game ball here for the players, although this ball looks completely acceptable. But it's more of a tradition to have a brand new ball with a new label on it before you start playing. Both players are having a little tip around here.
Ready?
And here's the announcement from John Iglesias. This is the women's semifinals. You see that yellow jersey worn by Bidegain, and that's because she won the mixed doubles in Vegas in the pro division when she teamed up with Sean Lenning.
Zero serving 0.
Tracy Davis is also an owner of a yellow jersey or two. And you get those yellow jerseys by winning WPH tournaments. They're specially made just for you, and there's a quick point from Bidegain.
1 serving 0.
And there's a side out. Bidegain runs off to the left. Tracy Davis hits it down the right. Tracy Davis came to this match styling today in the court. Looks like a brand new outfit there. And Bidegain sees that quick point from Tracy Davis, who has that first strike mentality, serve and then shoot.
Serving 1.
Just spoke to Bidegain's father, Peter,
2 serving 1.
who said that he's going to be standing courtside watching his daughter play, and he said he's just going to come to Tucson just to watch her play in the women's pro division.
Second serve.
Earlier today, it was Ashley Moeller defeating Jennifer Hinman.
3, serving 1.
So Ashley Moeller will be in the finals here in Tucson, Arizona. And if Tracy wins, then there will be 2 Tucson women pros
1, serving 3.
in the finals.
Side out. 3, serving 1. Point. Four, serving 1.
Score is 4-1. That's a screen ball called by the referee.
2 serves, 1 screen.
Tracy Davis taking this over her head, going up high, and that's a miss hit. See what Biddy does with it. She too goes up to the roof. This will be a setup for Bidegain. You hear Biddy
5, serving 1.
chirping at herself there. Tracy Davis up 5-1. Those back wall setups, you have to capitalize on them. It's like hitting free throws in an NBA game. When you miss them, people always say, well, you know, that's the easiest shot in the game, and when you make them, they should look automatic. And Biddy's frustrated with herself because she feels it's automatic, and she's missed 2 of them already. Good serve right there from Bidegain.
Point. 2, serving 5.
Very difficult ball to dig out of that back wall. Tracy Davis tries to go down as low as she could to take that, and that's pretty much the only thing you could do other than getting down on your knees and trying to shovel it back.
Five, serving 3.
Tracy Davis serving the ball. Nice inside out serve. Tracy has a good serve down the right, and she showed you right there.
6, serving 3.
This time she goes over to the left, tries to hit the crack there.
Point. 7, serving 3. Point.
It gets really frustrating when you start missing shots that you can
8,
make.
serving 3.
In a regular match, you might miss those 10% of the time or less. Maybe 5, 2, 3% of the time. And sometimes you get on a roll in a tournament where you'll miss 8 in a row.
9, serving 3.
Completely gets you out of sorts, where you just almost have to just hit a soft one to get to the front wall. Now, Bidegain is experiencing that exact same thing that we're talking about. It becomes so frustrating
First timeout, 60 seconds.
that you just have to throw the eye guards down and just exit the court. Tracy's not even going to leave. She's just staying right there. No reason for her to take a timeout. You're watching the World Players of Handball streaming live over the internet at racefor8.com. We appreciate you watching this live feed today. Bidegain very frustrated with herself. We've all been in this situation before when you just start missing balls that you know you should be able to make. Tracy Davis just stays up in the front court to keep herself loose. It's been a minute now. Referee is going to escort the player back into the court. Here she is. First game, we're going to 21.
Resume play. You have 2 timeouts left. 10 serving 3.
That was a 2-bounce
Call.
get right there from Bidegain. Tracy thought she got it, but Bidegain said it was 2 bounces. Tracy's trying to be the gentle woman
11 serving 3.
and give that ball back to Bidegain. 11-3 is a score here. It's the first game. And there's another crazy miss hit right there from Bidegain, who looks like she can't even return a ball from Tracy Davis right now. And I think
12
she's just a
serving
little intimidated because she is as good as Tracy and has shown us in the past. But here she just can't get the ball back. Now here's the setup. Let's see what she does. And you start doubting yourself, and she hits that ball 5-6 feet high, and Tracy just kills it on the front wall.
$13 serving 3.
Tracy Davis is all about business here. Here's another big setup for Tracy. And now a side out.
3 serving 13.
There is a side out, and that is just a total loss of focus for Bidegain, who has not been in the server's box for 15 minutes, and she finally gets in and she hits a lob serve into the side wall, side out. That was a good return right there from Biddy. It's a bad bounce, but they call it a point anyway.
$14 serving 3.
It's frustrating for the person who's trying to get back into this game here, but that's just the way the rules are. And the 15-point from Tracy Davis. And that's should be a technical foul right there, but not assessed by the referee as the player exits the court there without actually saying timeout. And the referee is actually alluding to it right now on the microphone. So there should be a technical, which is a loss of a point here for Bidegain. The referee's not enforcing it. But if the player does not say that you're taking a timeout and just exit the court, that's a technical. The third one actually is just forfeited out of the tournament, and that's what you're hearing the referee talk about right now on the microphone. Exiting the court is okay to do, but it's also better when you let people know why you're leaving. Otherwise, your opponent's up there ready to serve, and it takes them out of the game, and well, it just doesn't look professional. This is pro handball.
Next time, just let me know when you're gonna have a timeout.
There's a referee warning Biddy.
Ready? Time in.
That was covered in the pro player meeting on Thursday night, and it was told that there would automatically be a technical foul.
3.
It should be 16-3, but the referee's not going to enforce it as Biddy was not in that meeting. She's already done it twice in this game. One more would be forfeited out of the event.
16 serving 3. Point. $17 serving 3.
It's a nice,
Side out.
powerful side out right there from Bidegain. 3 serve 17 here.
3 serving 17. Short.
Bidegain has a lot of power for someone who hasn't even hit 100 pounds yet.
Second serve. Point.
And she gets a point right there off of Tracy Davis. Now at 4-17. First game has lasted exactly 15 minutes so far.
17. Point.
Bidegain starting to calm down just a little bit. See what she does on this serve.
5
Last time
serving 17.
she did the serve, she hit it in the side wall. This time she pushed it a little far.
Side out.
That becomes incredibly frustrating.
Seventeen serving 5. Point.
Good point right there from Tracy Davis.
18 serving 5. Point.
Tracy had a beautiful fish shot to the ceiling there, now getting another point against Biddy.
19 serving 5. Point. Game point 20 serving 5.
Here is game point. And it's side out.
Five serving 20.
Bidegain has been able to get points when she hits it to Tracy's left, especially over Tracy's head. If Bidegain can have an opportunity to do that, here's that one over Tracy's head. And you can see just how weak that left hand is, but her right hand is very good. Now see if Tracy can do something with this ball to her left, and she is just barely able to do it. Her left hand is not developed over her head as much as Bidegain's is, but Bidegain cannot put her into that position. Here's game point, 20 serves 5. And there is a point right there for Tracy Davis. There's 3 minutes on the clock right now. We'll have a timeout. We'll be back in just a few minutes. You stick around here for game number 2 between Tracy Davis and Biddy Bidegain next. Racefor8.com.
seconds.
And we are back live in Tucson, Arizona for game number 2 after Tracy Davis took down Bidegain in that first one.
She also took down, Dave, the fashion award here. She wins Best Dressed, Most Creative Outfit, and Most Stylish Outfit.
Second game, Tracy serving.
Bidegain, Dave, normally a very good dresser, having an off day here today, though. She's wearing one of her brother's shirts, and Biddy does not look good trying to chase that ball around the side wall into the back wall.
1 serving 0.
1 serve 0. Tracy Davis takes that early game lead here.
You know, Dave, I was talking to Tracy just a couple nights ago before the pro player meeting. I know you were texting then. But Tracy said, you know what, I'm almost 35 years old. I'm just going to go out here and enjoy myself. You know, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to play handball at this level, and I'm just going to have fun.
3 serving 0.
Bidegain has the case of the Steve Saxes going on right
she
now.
hit that ball well.
Well, earlier in the first game, she had 13 balls that she either mishit or misplayed.
Well, you're right, Dave. She didn't get her hand on the first 3 serves. None of them were crackouts or aces. Would you call this the handball yips?
I believe so. In that first game, it just got into her head. She just could not get that ball back.
It's interesting, though. She played so well against Tracy, as that's a great shot from Tracy, but she played so well against Tracy in Las Vegas. And perhaps Tracy saying, it's not your time yet. Big night here, Dave. We have word that the men will be playing the big ball pro singles final tonight, immediately following the small ball final, and that will re-air tomorrow morning at its scheduled time.
That's if the players agree to it.
They actually already have, believe it or not.
Well, we don't even know who those players are yet. So we have an agreement from all 4 semifinalists.
We have an agreement from Samson Hernandez, who I took at 500 to 1 odds. I had to put up 500 to win $1 that he would make the final.
1 serving 5.
So you've got an agreement from 1 player.
I also have the agreement from Sean Lenning. I'm only awaiting words from the Wizard, but we don't speak. The Wizard will be informed. My people will speak to his people and tell him that he'll be playing the final tonight, should he advance to the final.
Is that tell him or ask him?
Well, I actually went with your approach, Dave. I told him.
Wow.
Yeah, not like me.
3 serving 5.
We also have
I'm not liking what I'm hearing, actually.
I think that you are.
No,
we
I'm
actually
not.
have a new rule, Dave, that'll be in place tonight. The players will receive only 1 instant replay challenge per game, not 2.
4 serving 5.
I know it's a lot for you to handle, Dave, especially as you're trying to scarf down your third order of fries.
Side out.
I think
You better get to that ice cream because it's starting to melt.
I think
mean,
that
you've
if
got
you're
4 scoops there.
Your goal is to get the right call. I don't know why that a player just doesn't get 1, and then if they win that challenge, they keep the 1. If they miss it, they lose the 1.
Well, that's a great shot from Tracy. It's interesting, Dave, that you asked that. And being a pro player representative, I obviously take that job very seriously. I've spoken, Dave, to 8 of the pros, and they all told me they think that the instant replay just slows down the game too much. They think that the line judges.
That's funny.
Well, I wasn't even making a joke. You should see
They don't
me
care
when
about the timeouts, the towel timeouts, the stalling and arguing with refs for no apparent reason. That's okay. But the instant replay, not good.
I actually see the players being very conscientious, Dave, about keeping those timeouts and arguments very short and
5 serving 4.
within the proper time frame. As Steve Sachs now, Dave, making a nice comeback here in game number 2 as
Side out.
She rolls that ball right in front of Tracy Davis.
4 serves 5. This is the same amount of points that she got in the first game.
And a terrible error there from Bidegain.
That's what she was doing in the first game, swinging and missing off the back wall.
5 serving 4.
We officially, Dave, have 6 months and 8 days before we will never have to talk again. That's the Players' Championship in Seattle, Washington, May 18th to the 20th.
Well, I don't even know if you'll be invited to that Players' Championship.
Well, I think I'll be there announcing, is what I'm saying.
I don't know if you know who pays the bills around here, but Bidegain forces Tracy to shovel that ball back to the front wall. Now exploiting Tracy's left here, though. Unfortunate for Bidegain, she hit it to Tracy's right, which is very dangerous. And Tracy will go to that right corner every single time if she has a chance to step in. You might as well just try to play that corner shot that comes toward the middle of the court. Tracy's left hand up high, Dave, is not very good. But her right hand is quite dangerous. Down low.
She and Luis Moreno actually share socks, Dave, and they only have 1 pair, so Tracy playing second here, and you know, they're a little bit sweaty, but you know, they say that they look so good that, you know, we want to wear them anyway.
7 serving 4. Side out. 4 serving 7. Side out.
Score here is
7 serving 4.
7-4. Tracy Davis playing pretty good against Bidegain, but that was a great return from Biddy.
We have received word, Dave, that Alan Garner will not be playing in Fresno, jeopardizing not only his personal quest to the Players' Championship, but also, Dave, his team's quest at winning the Super Bowl championship. Dave, you hate to see, if you're the lowly Aces, your team captain skipping out on one of the 8 events.
Well, he has to do it. One of his best friends and a friend of the booth here, Tyler Hamill, will be married on that weekend.
Actually, you said he was no friend of the booth. He's never ordered a webcast.
Well, that's because he's getting married, and that'll drain you, drain your account. He gets a pass.
Side out. 5 serving 7.
Nice punch fist there for Tracy. And Tracy finds that sidewall crack and the ball stays down.
I'll tell you what's in jeopardy is Dave Chapman is in jeopardy of not being invited to Seattle for the Player Championship. Right now he is, after this event concludes, the best he can do is 8th place in the race standings.
But let's not forget, Dave, Robin McCarthy is in that top 7 in the race. But I don't think that we'll be seeing him anymore this year, so his spot, Dave, will drop off as players will pass him up in total points.
Nice get right there from Bidegain, and a round of applause from the crowd here.
And Dave Chapman also skipped the first event, so he has points based on only 2 events. So for only playing 2 events, Dave, he's actually doing pretty well in 8th place.
Luis Cordova is in 9th, and you're also in jeopardy. You're in 9th as well.
The jeopardy is actually over. I'm not making it. The women, Dave, will also be playing for 3rd place. I hope that we can catch that match on the live webcast.
8 serving 5.
Score here is 8-5.
It was the Wizard, Dave, defeating Nacho Delgado in a tiebreaker. Must have been some great handball. We'll have a chance to watch the Wizard, I believe, Dave, at 4 o'clock local time as Biddy Steve Saxes that ball into the right corner. That's right, Steve Sax is also a verb.
I thought it was a noun.
Tracy completely misplaying that. Tracy actually owns 12 pairs of eye guards, all a different color, Dave, specifically to match her outfit for that respective match.
Do they make eye guards that have pink polka dots on them?
Actually, they do. She has them specially made from a gentleman that you may or not know in New York City. He sounds like this when he talks. Pee Wee Castro serving an overhand serve.
Huh. That's a toughie. There's a setup for Tracy
Defeats
Davis.
rookie Wright in the semifinals.
Okay, that's enough.
Okay.
Name that tune. Name that Hall of Famer.
Is he a Hall of Famer?
Yes. Just
Okay.
got inducted.
Congratulations to him. Mondo Ortiz now, Dave, checking out the action in the booth. He's relishing and celebrating his 9th place finish here, Dave. You would have thought he just won the world title. He's glowing here, Dave, accepting all the congratulations that come with that 9th place finish.
And there's a side out right now. Biddy Bidegain doubled her score from the last game. Scores 9-8.
This match doesn't have much of a flow to it, Dave. It's just kind of a combination of airs and some good shots, but you don't feel that intensity that we felt in our last women's match, where we had both women diving on the floor and yelling. Some controversy.
Tracy just hit that ball right into the floor. What happens if somebody hits a ball straight down into the ground and the ball breaks? It's a replay.
Well,
you can't make the claim that the ball would have gone to the front wall if you hit it straight in the ground.
But you have to determine if the ball broke before that shot. And generally, you can't pinpoint when the ball broke during the rally. So you'd have to give the benefit of the doubt as we see a beautiful serve from Tracy Davis. But there's never a time when you say the ball broke on that shot. The ball broke during the rally at some point. You would know that if you read your rule book. That's rule 18-C, Article 3.
Now Biddy Bidegain calling a timeout and doing it correctly. In the first game, she just stormed off the court because she was so upset with herself. She did it twice. Referee finally stepped in and said, you can't do that or else it's going to be a technical. Referee John Iglesias explained the rule, and then she did it on the 3rd try. Now, he should have given her a technical the first time.
Well, he should have told her before the match because it's written on his rule sheet. So that's actually a fine for him. That's his 3rd fine of the day. As you see, a good crowd on hand.
And then what should he have done
Well,
after that?
he made the first error in not explaining the rules to her. His second error was not immediately giving her a technical foul. So that was 2 code violations for our referee and 1 for our player. So these fines start adding up, Dave. We're going to go from the Radisson to the Four Seasons here pretty quickly once we touch down in Maui. That money, actually, Dave, cannot be spent anywhere but Maui. So it's not like we can take these fines and head over to Best Buy and buy ourselves a new HD TV. It's Maui fund only.
I've been to Maui, and I'd rather take the HD TV.
Well, unfortunately, Dave, you had a vote about where to take this broadcast vacation, and you settled in on Maui, and that's where we're going.
Ready? 8 serving 11.
8 serves 11.
Point.
Tracy was thinking that she was still serving right there.
9
That's where that discussion came from. I know you're like Tiger Woods. You can remember everything that happened, every shot that took place when these women play their matches. So you know exactly who was serving. That's why we have you in the booth.
I'm not. Tiger Woods has a photographic memory. Is that what you're saying?
Well, at the end of the of his tournaments, they ask him when he wins what every shot that he made, and
Well, they do that with every golfer, and
Well, I'm
every
just
golfer
saying,
remembers
they
every.
only air Tiger Woods part of the interview. I've never seen them put anybody else on TV. For some reason, when Tiger does it.
You didn't watch when Bill Haas won the Tour Championship? Surprise.
Is that 2 ways or?
Actually, it is.
Thank you.
I would have thought he'd be on your radar screen as one of your favorites. He only won $11.4 million in that tournament, so it's similar to what we do here on the Race for 8 Pro Tour.
13 serves 9.
Bill Haas actually hitting a ball out of the water hazard, Dave, getting it up and down and keeping the playoff going. Now, if this was handball, he would have just said, that's a bad lie. I'm going to take it over. I don't want to hit out of the water because I might not hit the same shot that I was hoping to hit. I know you don't agree with my analogy, but you humor me from time to time.
Second serve.
It was one of those times.
Point. 16 serving 9.
And another beautiful serve down the right, although that one was about 2 inches short.
Second serve. Serving 9.
Score is 17-9.
Point. Second
And this
timeout.
game quickly slipping away from the young prodigal lady from Southern California, actually hailing from the San Diego area, Dave. She's really traveling the circuit here, Dave, in the last few months. We saw her in Las Vegas. She was also in Toledo.
Well, if Bidegain goes on to lose this, there would be a third place match between her and Jennifer Hinman. And Jennifer Hinman has forfeited that third and fourth place match. Also the money, because this pro event's only paying down to third. So Bidegain would win third place and move up in the WPH rankings. Just thought I'd clarify that for you. Jennifer Hinman's having some back and hip trouble. She has a degenerative hip issue that flares up every now and then, and she is having a flare-up.
So unfortunately for young Britain, she'll only get 2 matches in here because one of the players is choosing not to honor her contract with the WPH.
Well, she's also, Biddy is also playing Open A doubles with Tracy Davis.
Oh, okay. Are they still alive, Dave, in that bracket?
No, they lost last night.
Okay. Well, I believe it was Jen Hinman and Ashley Muller also playing doubles. Were they in the same division, Dave?
Yeah, opposite side of the brackets.
Okay.
That should have been called over. Both players kind of just gave up on that.
And look at Tracy shoot the bottom board from about 32 feet. Absolutely incredible shot making.
What are your feelings on a shot like that where
19 serving 9.
it's not really a screen, but one player kind of shows strange body English, and the next one also kind of doesn't show. You just say, as a referee, let's just go ahead and play this over. Both of you guys have stop the flow of the game and we just do it over, or do you just say, well, we're just going to let this keep going?
You know, Dave, first of all, I'd be on the court telling the players before the match started how I'm going to call the game. And you know, Dave, from logging 4,216 hours with me, that I prefer the referee to let the players play. So I believe that he made the right call in allowing the play to continue. I don't think the referee should give in to the players holding up or throwing their hands up.
Now Bidegain scoring a couple points here. Maybe she heard me say that she won third. It's 11-19. She's 8 points away from Tracy, and she's finding that left hand of Tracy's. This is going to be tough to dig out, and she's able to do it.
And Biddy really playing good handball right now, Dave. She's stepping into the ball and hitting the ball very clean on her hand. You can hear the contact.
That's going to be a setup for Tracy Davis, who come out here, just flip that ball around. It's just over the top of Bidegain's head.
Biddy needs a little bit more height there, but in reality, Dave, she just needs to play that shot a little bit better because she was out of position. Need to take it on the way up. And that's a great serve. A bullet down the right wall. Absolutely amazing serve there from Tracy Davis. That's one of the most dangerous weapons in the sport. That's what's won her 8 USHA National one-wall singles championships, Dave, to go along with multiple national doubles championships and 3-wall national championships. The only thing she's missing in that trophy case, Dave, is the 4-wall national title. But Dave, not many players can say that they own 1-wall and 3-wall pro national titles. Tracy in a very small group. I'm not even sure, Dave, that you could name 2 outside of Tracy Davis
that have won
1-wall pro national title and a 3-wall pro national title.
Priscilla Shoemate.
That's 1. Well done.
Anna Caldrone.
Anna Caldrone won a 3-wall?
I don't think so, but
Okay,
I just threw it out there.
You're stuck on 1.
And you're saying besides Tracy.
That's right. I actually don't know the answer to this.
I don't think there is an answer, and Tracy Davis goes into the finals now to face Ashley Moeller as she takes down Bidegain 21-4, 21-12. We're going to have a brief timeout and then make way for the men's semifinals of the big ball division. Sal Duenas versus Sean Linney. I conversed with both of them via text message during your last review there, Dave, and they're going to jump onto the court here and come in next to try to get this broadcast moving quickly as we make way for the men's small ball finals after that, and even the women's small ball finals might happen tonight instead of tomorrow. We'll have details coming up, but you stay here for Linda Manning as well as Omar Lemus and Dave Fink. My name is Dave Vincent, racerate.com.
Hello, I'm Bruce Fabrizio, inventor of Simple Green. Our non-toxic, biodegradable, all-purpose cleaner works great for cleaning it. Thank you. Non-toxic, biodegradable, Simple Green. It's great for cleaning.
Working and working out takes a lot of energy. That's why I drink Zenergy. Feeling fantastic and looking good has never been easier. Science, extreme science for your active lifestyle.
My name is Bruce Fabrizio. In 1975, I invented Simple Green based on 3 principles. It had to be safer to use, it had to work, and it had to be completely made in America. From generation to generation, Simple Green has been cleaning everything from car engines and tools to kitchen counters and floors. No matter what you clean, indoors or outdoors, clean it with non-toxic, biodegradable Simple Green.
For 20 years, the Inner City Handball Association has educated, mentored, and served young people through handball. Young people that participate in the Inner City Handball Association programs have a high graduation rate from high school and continue on to college. Inner City Handball teams are good athletes, good students, and good ambassadors for the sport of handball.